it is, folks. First issue of Druthers magazine. How exciting. We took the first 6 issues of Druthers newspapers and packed it into a full color, quality made magazine. This is going to be quite a collector's item. There's been huge demand. We pre-sold, before even getting these in hand, we pre-sold about 700 of them. There's only 5,000 made, and there's Zoe right on the front cover. How exciting. This is an awesome photo. She's our little rock star reporter, Zoe. Many of you know her from watching the live videos on the Druthers Facebook page. But anyway, let's take a little peek here. Actually, let's look at the back first, because this is a little homage to the very first issue we had. If I'm sure some of you will remember the first issue, the front and back cover were just filled with photos from the protests. So this back page gives a little nod to our first issue. But anyway, here, let's dive in, because I want to show you guys and girls, because wow, this is awesome. First of all, here's some of the team, a little blurb, more of the team. Oh, I love that photo. Oops, shaky here, let me regrip. Yeah, look at that. This is an awesome photo too. Actually, these are all really awesome photos. And my Uncle Ron, so happy to see my Uncle Ron on board with the London team. There's more of the London team. And Ines sitting on a throne of Druthers. But anyways, so we get into this. Here's the table of contents. It's color coded, as you'll notice up here. Each month is color coded. So month 1 is red. And we've got the first, like I say, the first 6 issues. Oh yeah, and there's the cover of the first issue, second issue, third. I'm sure many of you will remember a lot of these covers. This was our first 6 issues. And pretty much most of the articles, pretty much all the articles. Oh me, oh geez, still camera shy, but whatever. Yeah. So as we go through this, we'll see that I'm not going to go through every page. There's 172 pages here. As you can see, this is a pretty substantial magazine. It was well built, using quality paper. This is not a cheap magazine. Yes. I will not back down from this fight. Thank you. We need more people doing that. This is a story about Moncton protesters when the police started terrorizing them. Some uplifting, positive type articles. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, this is a pretty potent piece. You should really read that one. But yeah, there's a ton of good stuff in here. This is literally going to go down in history as what seems to be the most potent tool for waking people up and ending this ridiculous global takeover, I guess we could call it, as it jumped away by the medical mafia, who's literally trying to take over the globe right now, destroying humanity as we know it so that they can implement their own new reality, which I absolutely do not consent to. And I know an awful lot of people who are also not consenting, and we're doing all we can to stop this insanity. Like with the Druthers newspapers. I mean, we're up to, in our 10th month now, our 10th month of Druthers newspapers, we have printed and distributed 2.2 million papers all across Canada. It's pretty mind-blowing. It started out in December with 25,000 copies. They went really fast, so then in January we did twice as many, February twice as many again, March twice as many again, and our biggest month we did 500,000 newspapers in 1 month. And it's all crowdfunded. Donations at druthers.net/donate. All donations go towards printing the papers and shipping skids around the country, where we have literally 1,000 or maybe more, thousands could be. I don't really know because it's very grassroots, but there's at least 1,000 people all across Canada stuffing these in people's mailboxes, handing them out on street corners. Pretty much every rally, every lockdown protest you go to all across Canada, there's people there giving out Druthers. It's pretty astounding. We made 250,000 copies this month, and yeah, this month's fundraiser is going a little stronger too. It looks like we might do 350, maybe even 400,000 copies for next month, October. So we're aiming for 400,000. That's the goal anyways, because I mean, we have the distribution network. We can do 500,000 copies a month. There's no shortage of people wanting to help pass these out. Where things slow down is donations. We need donations to keep it going. It's the only way this is funded. There's no advertising, there's no corporate sponsors, we don't get any government money, none of that. So it costs around 10 cents for every dollar you donate to Druthers. We print and distribute 10 copies of the newspaper. It's kind of astounding that it's that cheap. So really, I mean, how many dimes would you spend if you knew that these dimes were helping wake up more Canadians and helping put an end to this insanity? Yeah. So druthers.net/donate. As for the magazine, this is being sold as a premium. These aren't free like the papers. The papers are all entirely free, but the magazines, we're selling these at a premium. They're $49 on the website. This is how we're going to feed the crew, because we have a pretty amazing volunteer crew that has come together for this. And we've been at it for many months now, pouring a lot of our time and energy into it. And really, the only way we can make this sustainable and continue ongoing is if we start feeding the crew. So between merchandise, like the shirts we have, the Druthers shirts and such, between the merchandise and this magazine, this is how we intend to start feeding the crew, so that we don't take anything out of donations. Donations will entirely stay with printing and shipping, printing the papers and shipping skids across the country. So yeah, if you'd like the first 6 issues of Druthers newspapers in a magazine, this is the way to go. $49 online, includes shipping to anywhere in the world. Your support is much appreciated, because literally, I mean, for real, we've been doing this with very little income. Yeah, I want to start paying our folks, because that will get more of their time and keep them focused on this without having to go find jobs or other things. We can just continue to push Druthers out into the world. As you can see, there's a lot of articles in here. This was fun. CTV serves slanderous misinformation about Druthers. I can't believe this happened. Go to Druthers YouTube and scroll down to, I think, one of our first videos, and you'll see more about that at youtube.com/Druthers. This is a great article too. Everybody should read this. Beginner's Guide to Understanding the Great Reset. If you still think this is a conspiracy theory, really, get your head out of the sand. It's legit, it's happening, it's stated by many. The World Economic Forum, leaders all over the world, quote, leaders all over the world, they're acknowledging that we're under a great reset. Heck, even the prince, I forget, anyway. The royal family's even saying we need to take this opportunity for this great reset. This is not a conspiracy. I can't believe how many people are still sloughing this off, saying, it's just a conspiracy theory. It's not. If you do your homework, you'll see they are claiming it all over the place. It's fact. So, yeah. Anyway, just wanted to give you a quick preview of this. Quick preview of the magazine, because we're all quite excited to have these. We've got 5,000 copies only. No more will ever be printed. This will go down in history as a highly sought after collector's item that's pretty much documenting what's been going on here in Canada. We're based in Toronto, but this is a Canada-wide publication, and we talk about things all over Canada and the US, other places in the world. Yeah, there's a lot of information here. And if you know people who need a crash course in awakening to see the bigger picture, this magazine, man, if people sit down and actually read this, they're going to walk away questioning the official narrative, which matters. It's important. We need to do that. Because if we continue to listen and do what we're told by people who do not care for humanity, we're screwed. And I refuse to accept that reality. So get these magazines, give them to your family and friends who you really want to wake up. Absurdity Observer. These are fun ones. We started this a few months in. Basically a bunch of highlights of news articles that are just absolutely absurd. This is on the back of every newspaper these days. in Italy as of January 15th, over 30,000 Bandigo spike. Yeah, anyways, that's all. Just wanted to give you a quick preview and tell you, please hit Norbert and Odessa. Love you guys out in BC. But yeah, I wanted to give you a quick preview of this magazine because it rocks. We finally have it in hand, which is quite exciting. So druthers.net/magazine is where you can go to get one of these, and it supports the crew, and you'll have a piece of history. We're shrink wrapping them all too, so that those who want to put them away and save them can do so more easily. And yeah, anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for tuning in.